Hello everyone and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa and in today's reading we'll be looking into what relationships are coming into your life or what relationships are you attracting at this time. So much information in these readings today. Okay, I just want to let you know beforehand it may bring up some things that you're not expecting, so be aware that this is talking about relationships, and if you have had some difficulties in relationships, they may be highlighted in this reading. So just a forewarning to let you know. As always, the timestamps are in the description box below. If you are ready to go on to your reading, I will be showing each card up close in just a second. If you enjoy this reading, please remember to physically like the video. Please, it really helps me out a lot. Leave some comments letting me know how it resonated for you as well. I'm very intrigued to know what you think in this reading specifically. And subscribe if you have not already. Thank you in advance. So let's look at each card up close, starting with group 1. For you, we have this card here. The Six of Swords. Group 2, for you, we have the Five of Swords here. And last but never ever least, we have group 3 with the Ten of Wands. As always, take your time with choosing. If you're drawn to more than one group, that's perfectly fine. Of course, we can be attracting so much to us all at once, so don't limit yourself. Never limit yourself, okay? Do what feels right to you as always, and I'm so thankful for your presence here. I'll see you in your readings very soon, everyone. Thanks again. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading on what new relationships you're attracting into your life or what new relationships are coming in for you. So, let's jump in by looking into what is the basis of these new relationships, or what is the primary energy surrounding it. So let's get a card for that and then we'll get a bit more specific. So please, for group 1, the energy of these new relationships, please. We have the Chariot with the Six of Swords on the bottom and the Page of Pentacles. So with the Chariot, I feel there's this pushing ahead or moving forward energy. It's making me think of that Janae Eiko song, I'm moving on, I'm putting on my free. It seems like you're trying to move away from some type of conflict, or moving away from a past riddled with conflict. I'm getting this feeling like for some of you this may not include completely new relationships. I'm getting just a new way of interacting with current relationships in your life. Being more clear about how you can move forward more productively. And I do feel like there's slow and steady changes that are happening in the realm of your relationships. But with the Chariot, it feels like you particularly are being the one who's really trying to make changes, or at least be more clear about where you're wanting to go in the realm of relationships. I'm not really identifying whether this is a platonic, a business, or a romantic type of relationship, but I do feel regardless of the type of relationships, I feel like you're being more assertive, and I feel like these new dynamics that you were introducing yourself into or are being led into, or the relationships that are coming up in your life more prominently are going to ask you to be more assertive and to be more driven in directing things towards a certain, I don't want to say a goal, but being more clear about the direction of a relationship and being more open with your communication about that. So I do want to get a bit more, I have pulled these oracle cards just to see what else may come up. So we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon, happiness, love that. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, happy family reversed, and goddess of the moon reversed. So I do feel that overall, the relationships that you're being guided towards or that are coming into your life have a lot to do with helping you come to a better understanding of what harmony and peace look like within a dynamic. I do feel that there could be a lot surrounding your past relationships where I feel there's been issues in being able to communicate or get on the same page as someone. And even for some of you, I do feel this is highlighting some family relationships that are perhaps changing, or you're needing to sort things out with your family. For a large part of group 1, I do feel like this is urging you to focus on bringing more balance into your current relationships, specifically in the realm of your family or with those you consider your family. They don't have to be blood, but that's one side. Another part of this is that you're moving towards people who make you feel as if you are welcome in a new way, like a new level of stability. It kind of makes me think that you are building your own sense of family, and I am getting primarily platonic energy here, or just like new friendships, new partnerships. Even maybe you're meeting someone in your work, and it may feel counterintuitive in the beginning with this person, or as if you won't really get along. There's something about this group where I feel it's like a false start, or like initially when you meet this person, they are not who you may think they're going to turn out to be. I just feel like you need to keep an open mind with any new people that you meet, because they could be the key to happiness in a way, or lead you towards more fulfillment. But I get that these relationships that are entering your life are going to have you really thinking about your past relationships. I keep being drawn back to the past, and especially your family dynamic, and how you feel safe and how you feel comforted, and what your true emotional needs are. Because I do see you're moving away from some type of hurt that has happened. You're healing some type of relational trauma. But it is a slow process, I do feel. Excuse me, especially because in this Chariot card, it's a snail. So you are moving forward, and I want to say that any progress is progress, no matter how small you may deem it to be. Because first and foremost, I think since this is the only person in the card, along with the Six of Swords, I do feel like the relationship highlighted right now is the relationship you have with yourself. And I know, I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but I have to just read it how I see it. And I am feeling like you're building a new connection with yourself, which is going to allow you to connect with new people in a more confident and assured way, because I do feel there's still some lingering issues that need to be addressed before you can really fully open yourself up to someone else. Especially with this goddess of the moon reverse, I do feel like there's a little bit of a disconnection with your emotions or your feelings, and perhaps that's because you have a lot going on outside of you, or you're needing to focus on things that are just responsibilities. I don't know what's going on for you, group 1. Please let me know in the comments. But I really do see a big focus on needing to really connect with yourself and take yourself out on a date, treat yourself nice, run yourself a nice bath, breakfast in bed. I'm really feeling that type of treating yourself as if you were somebody else type of vibe, which I wasn't really expecting. I'll be honest, I was expecting this to be about, someone else, but it seems like the new relationship being formed is the one with you, and that's what's going to truly attract the new relationships that are not replications of what you've experienced in the past, because I'm sure you're getting tired of that, group 1. I see that. But I do feel like there's some healing happening in regard to your past, especially if you've dealt with some wounds around a certain relationship, whether that be in your family, with a romantic partner, or just old friendships. Yeah, that's what I'm really seeing. Group 1 is coming to a new level of appreciation for yourself and being able to connect more deeply with yourself, and finding that happiness within, and truly feeling comfortable with all parts of you and not trying to hide any aspect in fear that others won't accept you. I just get a big emphasis on acceptance, especially with this full moon in Libra. I feel that you need to see all of yourself and accept all of yourself and love all of yourself, or at least attempt to move towards this energy of full acceptance to really be able to fully move on and nurture yourself in a new way and treat yourself as if you are the most valuable thing. Okay, group 1. Yeah, all of these people are alone, so it's just reinforcing that message of the relationship being primarily about you and with yourself. But let's get some more information. Let's pull some tarot to see a bit more for you. Anything else about this relationship or these relationships, or anything else about what I've just said, please? Queen of Swords. Yeah, group 1, this is definitely about you with the Queen of Swords. I feel this is really urging you to get clear on how you interact with other people. This feels like a checks and balances, or just a reflection of the self and how you communicate, how you assert your needs, how you come off to other people. What's the dynamic within yourself of the self-talk that you have? The style of communication is what I feel really strongly coming through, and seeing if you have a tendency to compare yourself to other people, or if there's this underlying feeling of competition that you feel. And I'm really feeling with this Queen of Swords is to cut out all of that internal conflict, or maybe any projections that others may put on you. This could even be from the past, from some type of mother figure who was very critical and demanding of you, or who just didn't see you for your strengths, but was continually perhaps pointing out things that were wrong. They don't have to be a mother figure, but this feels like a prominent female character that's been in your life who has maybe injected some of that criticism into you, and now you have a tendency to be overly critical of yourself. But I feel to turn that, utilize your ability to critique things to see how you can develop some type of strategy to move forward in, let's say, your career, or in some other aspect of life that could be more proactive, instead of looking at every flaw that you have and kind of comparing yourself and how you should be better. Yeah, especially with this Queen of Wands, I'm seeing to really just focus on how magnetic you are and how much you have to offer, and what are your strengths, what are your skills, what do you have that others would appreciate, or that you should at least appreciate a bit more about yourself. Because I'm feeling with this Queen of Wands, you have a lot of creativity, you have this spark about you, this oomph, you know. I feel a what am I trying to say? I think a spark of life, but I don't think that's the correct term. It just feels like a fireball, like you bring a lot to the table, and yet you may second guess yourself or not completely see how worthy or attractive you are. And with the Death card, I'm just seeing it's time to cut that out. It's time to stop selling yourself short. It's time to really appreciate all that you have to offer and see yourself for who you are, so that you're not overly giving in any dynamic or overly extending yourself in any situation. Yeah, getting a better idea of what clear boundaries look like. And I do feel that I need to say to not go to the extreme of cutting everyone out. And maybe it will be helpful to get someone who is more wise in this area, perhaps a counselor or a mental health advisor, or someone who knows the logistics of boundaries, who can really help you facilitate that balance between being open with other people, but also protecting yourself in a way that is respectful, not only to yourself, but to other people. So let's get a bit more. That was a lot. Group 1. Yeah, the Three of Swords. This is all about you, Group 1. All about you. I do feel like you're healing and coming to a sense of inner fulfillment, which is going to help you to collaborate with others more easily and help you to embark on new adventures and seeking out new relationships that are more fun, more playful, more enthusiastic, less restrictive, less suspicious, I want to say. I do feel like you're coming to this place, or moving towards a place. Yeah, this is all about where you're moving towards, what you're headed into. And it's going to take some time, because I do feel right now you are healing from your past. And like I said, your past could be dealing with your family or old relationships, but there's something that this is all rooted in, and I do feel like it's something to do with your family. I know I keep saying it, but that's what I really feel. But the primary energy is you coming to a sense of inner balance, inner fulfillment, and really banishing away all insecurities that you may have of how you look, how you are, how you act. This feeling of not being good enough, I do feel like you need to start pushing back on and not feeding into those thoughts, and allowing it to be reflected in your behavior. And also letting go of any excessive defensiveness that you may have, and being more open to being supported, and knowing that not everyone is going to hurt you. And for some of you, this is dealing with letting go of some type of excessive trust issues that may be rooted from your past. It's just a lot about healing right now. Can we get more? Yeah, come on. Whew. The Devil in Judgment. We have the Devil reversed. Yeah, with this being reversed, it just feels like the past, but also I want to say there could be a tendency to linger and ruminate on what has already happened. and maybe you've dealt with manipulative people or people who have not had your best interest at heart, and you're I guess trying to defend yourself against those type of people, or there's something that's holding you back from truly being able to completely move forward. And if there is someone who's trying to come back in your life or tempt you in some type of way, I do feel like you have the discernment to not fall back into old patterns, but I do want to say you may want to guard against being super suspicious of everyone just because of some bad apples that you've dealt with, because you may be pushing away people who could help you. And I'm feeling with this Judgment card is to, here comes the sun, I am getting, it's like this reckoning, like taking a really strong look at where you are right now, analyzing the relationships in your life, seeing how you could be contributing to some type of dynamic, and breaking free from a level of feeling like you have no control over the situation, or feeling like like you're not allowed to, I don't want to trigger anyone, but it's just like it's giving a bit of like victim mentality a bit. And I understand in certain situations we are victims for sure, but we cannot linger in that energy, and that's what I feel with the devil here, is like we feel like we're trapped, we feel like we're stuck, but it's like we are choosing to be in that situation, and we have what we need to really move forward and move on, and to recognize like I'm actually free and I can move on and not be limited in any situation that feels overbearing. Very interesting. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, the star reverse. I do feel like for some of you there's like a lost hope in finding someone who is reliable, who is going to be loyal and honest and forthright and trustworthy to you. But I do feel that as soon as you allow yourself to open up to the possibilities of this happening and focusing on how you can heal these thought patterns or any mentality that prevents you from being open to receiving someone who does have these traits, that's going to make a way for you to finally accept in these new people who are going to show you a different side of humanity. Yeah, with the Hermit, I do feel like this is all about you. I don't know how many times I've said it, group one, but with the Hermit here, it's definitely asking you to build that relationship with yourself. Take some time out, really reflect, really sit down and see how you've truly been hurt by past relationships, especially those in your family, and see if you can be honest about how you can make changes and how you can move forward in a more healthy way, and how you can bring more balance to your approach to relationships. And if you need assistance with that, know that there is help. Reach out to someone to help you through this process. You do not have to do it all alone. And to be honest, if you do reach out for help, if you do go to a mental health advisor or a counselor or a therapist, trust that this process will be expedited. They're gonna make sure that you move forward it's better to do it with help than to try and do it alone, because you could go in circles when you're alone, but the therapist has a map, they have a way out. So that's just my 2 cents. You can do as you please, but that's what I'm really picking up from the cards. I want to see what you are to learn from this period of time. What is group 1 to learn from this period of time? Yeah, I do feel interesting. It just keeps going. It keeps going. With this trickery, I have a couple of things to say. I want to say, first of all, you're learning how to uh, take note of the behaviors that you fell victim to in the past and recognizing that for what it is so that it doesn't continue to happen in the future. But I'm also seeing with this trickery card is you're getting a better understanding of how the mind can be tricky and how you have to be aware of what thoughts you choose to believe in and what thoughts you choose to entertain, because certain ones will lead you down a path of isolation, insecurity, and feeling like you're not safe. And it comes to a point where you need to release that and see how you may be playing into this story of falsehood and something that just does not resonate for you. And how is the time to change your perspective and change your perception of things, because perspective is everything, perception is everything. That is the only way we live in this world, is how we view things. So it's important to make sure that you are being very clear and level-headed and not playing into your emotions or playing into past grievances or hurts that have happened, because that could keep you in a feeling of being alone. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, seeing through the fog, letting go of this very stern, I feel like there's a barrier of hurt that's keeping you from being able to truly connect with other people more authentically. There's just like this level of suspicion or this defensive guard that's up, and I do feel like there's a disconnection from your inner child because you are not in this playful spirit or in this energy of openness or enthusiasm or curiosity. I just feel like there's pain that's really hiding all of that. But with this miracle card, guilt. Eek. There's so much here, group one. There's so much here. But all in all, I just feel like allow yourself to be more open. I'm getting going outside. Bring nothing with you. Bring nothing. Leave it all. Leave it all behind. Okay, leave it all behind. Let it go. Don't be trapped by some feeling of victimhood, especially with this guilt card. Like you have to sacrifice yourself, or you are always made out to be the scapegoat, or you're always made out to be this person that you're not, or you're always being, I'm just getting stories playing over and over, and it's like you can break free of that, you can grow from that. You don't have to be subdued to any type of the words aren't coming to my mind. Just know that you're being renewed, you're growing, and it's really asking for you to be more open to this process and not hold on to what's been hurting you for so long. So I do feel like I'm getting a bit winded. I feel like I've been really rambling a lot in your group. I feel a lot of pressure, so take it easy, group one. Like I said, take yourself out on a date, bring yourself a nice bath. Take it easy, let it go, journal, meditate, go out for nice walks. Really just get to know yourself, take yourself out, and don't carry that baggage with you. Leave it. You don't need it. Nothing's gonna happen. You're fine. You are okay. So that is what I have for you, group one. Let me know how it resonates for you in the comments below. I promise I was not expecting it to go this way. I know your reading is long. I know it is. But it felt necessary. So that's what I have for you, group one. I love you. May you be well. May you be peaceful. May you be blessed. And I hope that you live joyfully and peacefully and freely. So enjoy the rest of your day, night, or evening, and I'll chat with you another time. Bye. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your reading on what new relationships are coming into your life at this time. So I wanted to start off by looking into the energy surrounding these relationships, or this relationship, whatever wants to come through. And then we're going to get into the oracle cards that I've already pulled out for you. We're going to get more detailed with the tarot. So let's jump in. Let's see what's going on with these relationships. Why don't we? So for group 2, please, what is the energy surrounding this situation? Interesting. The 9 of Cups, the King of Cups as well. Okay, we have the Sun and the 5 of Pentacles. You know, these new relationships, I do feel like they're really urging you to see a new side of yourself. I get a bit of self-deprecation here, or self-effacing, or just not really owning up to your gifts, or really seeing yourself in the light that you deserve. And I feel like these new relationships, or this new relationship, will really help to fill you up in a way that you're not used to, because I do feel as if for you, group 2, you may be a bit deprived of love in some type of way, or you have felt as if you have not received the love that will really warm you up. I just feel like now's the time of warming you up, group 2. These relationships are going to warm your heart. They're going to feel like a gift, like a true blessing. And I do feel there's going to be a primary person here that's going to really make a difference and really help you to see a new perspective of people, and show you how much of a gift it is to have people in your life that care about you, who will really sit with you and try to provide you with that understanding. I get that they will really help you with some emotional issues or baggage that you may have been dealing with, or they're just going to understand your past and how that has really affected you, and maybe has left you feeling, I don't know, group 2, there's something about you. I'm really feeling sentimental. I'm feeling like a lot of sympathy, and I do feel like this person is just going to want to come in and snuggle you up and really give you all the love that you're just not used to. I don't feel like this is something that you are expecting. I don't think you're really going to fully be able to see all that this situation has to offer, because I do feel when you meet this person, or when they come into your life, I do feel like you're going to be going through some type of hardship, whether that be financially, or you're just going to be feeling like you're lacking something, and it could be in the material realm, where you're really focused on trying to find a job, or you're trying to change a job because it's not giving you what you need. For some of you, I'm also feeling like a child here, something to deal with maybe the inner child, or a literal child in your life. I just feel like there's a lot going on. For some of you, you may be trying to take care of your children, and that's been really hard on you, and it's causing a lot of stress and strife. And for others of you, I do feel that there's just a lot of work that has to be done, and self-care maybe a bit on the back burner, and I do feel just a tad bit of burnout, just a little. I feel some exhaustion, and I do feel that this person's going to be like a spark in the dark. They're going to light your world up in a way that really helps provide you with some assistance through any hard time that you may be going through or any feelings of isolation or loneliness. It does feel like a true gift. But I am getting a person here. I'm not getting a group of people, I'm feeling a person. So let's get these oracles and see what we have, why don't we? We have fulfillment. That's what I'm talking about. We have flow, financial constraints in the reverse, and a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Yeah, the way I set these cards up, very interesting. It's like an archway. I do feel, and I feel like something's supposed to go right here. Maybe that's where the cards will go. I'll put the cards there. But group 2, yeah, I do feel when you meet this person, things are just happening that are a bit out of your control. You're being asked to let go, surrender, and flow with everything that's going on. I do feel like it's going to be really hard, a lot of difficulties happening. Listen, that's part of life. At the end of that road is peace and fulfillment. So I do want to say, if you're going through a tough time right now, group 2, keep going. I know it's hard, and just know that there's lots to learn in these times, and if we can just keep our focus on the way forward, we will find ourselves out of any difficult situation that we are currently in. But just know that it's a matter of perspective and perception, and not try to overly force anything to go a certain way if you know that you are being urged to just let go and allow. So that's a sign message for you, group 2. But at the same time, I do feel there's a lot of support throughout this time of difficulty, especially with the financial constraints card in the reverse position. I do feel that for some of you, money is a bit tight, or you're just having to be very strategic with your finances, or you're needing to really get some type of goal in mind. I feel this is more so an inner insecurity or a feeling of lack. Not to say that you're not actually going through some type of constraint or difficulty within your finances or even your health. For some of you, I feel that this is a short-term type of thing, and patience is being built in being able to overcome any negative thought pattern that pops up about your situation. I'm really getting the message of needing to just center in what is, and not develop any type of attachment through your mindset about, it's always going to be this way, or I don't know how I'm going to get out of this, or I'll never find my way out, or I just feel like any type of negative thought pattern that comes up about your situation, try to restructure that mindset, and just recognize that this is a temporary situation. Things are constantly changing, and I must just let go and allow at this time, and try to do your best to get a plan in place. But that's about it. I feel like this is just advice about your current situation, group 2. But for some reason, I feel like in the midst of all this chaos that'll be going on, it's like something serendipitous just happens where you meet this person, and it's going to come out of nowhere, I do feel. And I do feel that they're going to make a very strong impression. It's going to be hard to miss this person. They have a very strong personality. I do feel like they're very confident. I want to say even bubbly. They have a lot of optimism and positivity about them. And I do feel like they're going to be this spark, like I said, in the dark. Literally, very cliche, whatever. But I think they come at exactly the right time to really show you how much there is to still enjoy within life, even in the midst of difficulty. And I think this is helping you to let go of some type of old chapter of being attached to a certain mindset about predicaments, or you're gonna see how you may be what's the word? I want to say extending your suffering or just prolonging it by having certain mentalities in place. I feel like this person is coming into your life to show you a new perspective or show you a new way of looking at things. Because this person feels like they've been through things in life, but something about them just keeps them optimistic. And I know this is Aries, but it feels very Jupiterian, like almost even a little Sagittarius a bit, where it's like you knock them down, they get back up and start singing over and over again. And I just feel that's what I'm getting, is that they're gonna come in and show you, like, yes, things may be difficult, but look, there's flowers. Look, the sky is beautiful today. Look at the clouds. The sun is shining. They may even want to go outside a lot or go on hikes with you. But it just feels like this relationship is going to really give you some type of pep in your step in whatever difficulty may be going on. And it's going to help you to kind of get out of this stagnant energy. I do feel it's going to help things to flow a lot more easily. I do feel like the connection with you and them is going to flow very nicely. I do think you guys are going to have incredible chemistry. Excuse me. And it's going to be really nice. I just feel like they're going to show you new things or introduce you to a new way of living. And it's going to be different than what you've been experiencing. They may even present a new job opportunity to you or a new idea of how you may work. This doesn't have to apply to everyone, but I just feel maybe you meet them through your job, or I do feel like they're going to help you in some type of way, whether that be in your finances, giving you some type of advice, helping you get more healthy, like you guys go and work out together or do something outside, or even just in general, they help you process emotions. They help you to really speak your mind. There's something here. For some of you, this could literally be a therapist or someone who feels like a therapist. But most of you, that could be a possibility. But for a good percentage of group 2, I do feel like this is just a primary person that's entering your life. They feel new. I don't think you know them at all. They feel like a very grounding presence in your life, very trustworthy, very nurturing as well. Just very present for you. And they help you to see parts of yourself that you may condemn or you may not really take pride in. I just feel like they're really boosting your confidence and helping you to see parts of yourself that need to be cherished, and helping you to banish any insecurities that have held you back for too long. It just feels like they're kind of setting you free from some type of limitation in some way. So that's very interesting. Group 2. I want to make sure I've picked up everything. Okay, I think we're going to move on to look into the tarot now, because I want to know a bit more about this dynamic and what's going on. So can we get a bit more about group 2 and this new person? Can we get a little bit more about their dynamic, who this person is, what's going on with that? Yeah, you're not expecting them. They're a very strong energy with the Emperor here. They may even be an Aries, I do feel, or they can have very prominent Aries placements. They just feel like a very strong and stable energy, and I do feel like this is definitely going to come out of nowhere with the full. You're not expecting it. Like I said, you may meet them after a significant change in your life, but I do feel like they're setting you free. This is a liberating relationship in some way. I do feel like it's going to bring a lot more fun to your life and a lot more structure, because I was saying I feel that they are going to introduce some type of financial plan, or they feel a bit paternal, like a father figure. Not to say that they will be to you, but they just feel very grounded, structured, very reliable, very trustworthy, very protective as well. Yeah, for some of you, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what type of relationship this is, because I'm hesitant to say that it's a romantic situation, because I'm not completely feeling that, although for some of you it could definitely turn into that. But I just feel like this is a person who makes a very strong impression, and you guys will just hit it off. And yeah, I guess we'll get more to see what this is about, but that's what I'm really feeling. Is very liberating, very out of the blue, very synchronistic. Let's see what comes out. We have the Five of Pentacles again. That's really interesting. Yeah, for some of you, there's something about a child. Maybe some of you have a child, and I don't know. It could be inner child or your actual child. I just feel like there's some type of neglect happening. Maybe self-neglect, because you're trying to take care of other people, or you're trying to take care of so many things at a time. It's really interesting. We have the Moon reversed as well. I do feel like there's a lot of fears at this time. I just think group 2, there's a lot happening. There is so much happening. But I feel like this is calling upon your inner strength right now. This is asking you to really think outside of the box, overcome any fear that's keeping you from being able to move forward. I can't pass over the fact that I do feel that there is some type of difficulty going on around the material. Maybe you meet them when you're out trying to get help with something. With the Four of Swords reversed, yeah, I do feel like there's a need for rest. Group 2. You see, this reading really is perplexing me, I'm gonna be honest, because on one hand, it's telling me about this new relationship or this new person that's going to come into your life. But on the other hand, it's telling me about some difficulties that you're experiencing, and I feel like perhaps these situations blend in. But I want to get more cards because the picture is not clear. The Three of Wands. I feel like maybe this person is going to urge you to move as well, especially with the Fool. Yeah, you may have to move away from a negative predicament or situation, or this may happen when you're moving. Yeah, I don't see. I need to take a step back. 1 second, group 2, because this energy, it feels a bit. I want to say exhausted, a little scattered, a bit in pain. I want to say exhausted, mainly being the body pain. I feel like something's happening and I think it's just a lot going on. You're really focused on a specific aspect of life. You're really focused on certain things, and I do feel like this person may feel like they're having to fight for your attention, because it's like you're all these people in here in this, all the people that I'm feeling that are you. 1, 2, 3. I feel like these cards are you, And I feel like you're kind of looking away. Like you're not really paying attention to this person. You're not really giving a lot of time, or you just feel like you don't have time. And maybe they're trying to expand your world, show you new things. You're like, I don't have time for that. I need to focus on this. And I'm getting with the moon reversed and the Four of Cups reversed, like, make time. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to engage with this new person. Allow them to show you more than what you're seeing. Don't allow your feelings of not having enough, or not doing enough, or not being enough. Don't allow feelings of inadequacy to keep you from really engaging with this new person or in these new relationships, because you may be missing a really valuable opportunity. And I do feel like they may be a little persistent, but at the end of the day, they're not going to overly force themselves into your life. They're going to make it known that they want to get to know you, but I do feel at a certain point they're going to respect your boundaries. And I do feel like it's necessary for you to not push away good things, group, too, because you are so focused on yourself, or focused on trying to preserve what you have. Because with the financial constraints reversed, I do feel like, yes, there is a need to be conservative with your time, your effort, your energy, your resources, but at the same time, you have more than you think you do. At least you have what you need, is what I feel. So give yourself the opportunity to let your hair down, and really explore. For some of you, this may be a child, but I'm really getting inner child right now. Like, you need to allow yourself to have fun for the sake of your inner child, and so that you're not overburdened by work or overburdened with responsibilities to where you kind of lose your sense of zest for life. Yeah, anything else? On the bottom, we have the star. So, yeah, it just makes me think, take some time out to really rejuvenate and to really take care of yourself, group, too, because I do feel like you need to do that. And that's interesting because I did say in the beginning of this reading, I don't know how long it's been, geez, the beginning of this reading, I feel like it's, the way I've set these cards up is alluding to this Five of Pentacles card, and I did say the cards will fill it up in the middle, and look what they did, they filled it up. So I do feel, and we have fulfillment. Look at how it all comes together. I'm feeling with the Chariot reversed and the Five of Wands reversed is to not be so focused on one particular aspect of life or one particular way of things working. I do feel it's time to let loose a little bit. Open yourself up to be filled up. Allow the light to come in, and allow these people, this person in particular, to show you a different side of life, to allow them to come in and really show you different things. I do feel right now it's not giving much information about this person, because I do feel like that's up for you to find out, especially with the Fool. You know, it's an adventure in itself, but the primary focus of this reading, I do feel, is to urge you to open up and to just allow this to happen, because I am seeing that something's keeping you from really being aware or open to the opportunities, because there's some type of inner conflict about what should be done, or how you should approach certain things. Yeah, there's a lot happening here, group. Two. But at the end of it all, I just want to say to expand and open up This is not a time to contract. This is not a time to close up. This is not a time to be defeated by certain insecurities. It's time to let that go and experience a new way of connecting. So what are you supposed to learn in this dynamic? What are you supposed to learn with the situation? Let's find out. Interesting. Is to have faith. Interesting. Yeah, I do feel like this is a test of faith for you, Group 2. Saturn is in Pisces. I do have a video on that on my channel. I do recommend Group 2. You guys will benefit probably the most by looking at that video, so I urge you to do so. But I do feel like this is a time of life that is going to test you. Okay, you will be experiencing some type of difficulty, but don't allow that to keep you from moving forward. Don't allow that to keep you in a place of stagnancy or feeling like you're defeated. I don't think that's the message of this time. This time is to allow you to open up to assistance and get you to really be thankful for those people who come in as if they are rescuing or a rescuer. Not to say they're a savior or anything, but they just make life a little sweeter when things are a bit bitter. So I do feel that it's asking you to balance your responsibilities with those who are trying to connect with you and really take time with people during this time of struggle. And also something about service. Maybe this is urging you to think about going into the service field if you have been feeling an inclination to do so, or maybe you meet this person through that field. However, I do feel like this is meant to happen. Don't try to force anything. Just literally live your life. Do what you need to do. Focus on what you have to focus on, and everything else will fall into place, okay? Everything else will come together. But yeah, this time is growing pains, okay? It's really about healing and growth for you. So yeah, that's what I have. This is about growth, moving on. And for some of you, you could meet this person in some type of hospital or some type of institution. I do feel that's just the added message. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate, okay? But that's what I have for you, Group 2. Whoa, has it been a reading? Was not expecting it to go this way, but I never expect any of the readings to go the way that they do. So that's what I have. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. I'm really intrigued to know. I do want to switch these around because the colors go together. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break after this reading. Gee golly, but I love you. Thank you for being here with me, and let me know in the comments how it resonated. Leave it a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe as well, and may you be well, may you be peaceful, may you be joyful, and may you be healthy, may you be prosperous and wealthy. I wish you all the best, and I wish you blessings and love. And until the next reading, remember to check out the Saturn and Pisces one. I think that'll be good for you, and that's all I have for you. So thanks. Bye, Group 2. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading on what relationships are coming into your life, are basically the relationships that you are attracting in right now. So I have these tarot cards from the Tarot of Mystical Moments to look into the basis of this relationship, what really is going on, and then we're going to get more detailed and specific. So let's just jump in and get started. Group 3. So for Group 3, please, what relationships are they attracting in? What would you like to highlight? Interesting. You saw how quick that card came out as well. With the 8 of Wands, I do feel this is really bringing up the fact that movement is necessary. I do feel that there's a lot of energy accompanying these relationships. I feel that this will lead you to new horizons, new understandings of what you want your life to look like. I just feel a lot of progress and movement, a lot of energy. I do feel these relationships that you're attracting in, they feel very dynamic. Like there's a lot of, I want to say energy, almost like you're being revitalized in some way, or there's like a new level of truth and understanding that comes with it. But with the moon, there is something about the way that these come in. It feels a bit unexpected. It feels a bit all at once. Like everything happening all at once. These feel really fast paced, and I do think this is going to be a little bit out of the ordinary for you, or the way that you have to engage with these relationships will be incredibly new. And I do think it's going to call on a new ability for you to really learn how to speak up, really learn how to communicate in new ways that are more efficient and more aligned with who you are at this current time. It feels like a maturity happening here in the realm of communication, in the ways that you connect with other people. You may have to be more forthright with how you communicate, and I do feel this will require you to come out of a comfort zone of maybe, for some of you it's waiting to be approached or waiting for an invite. It really feels like you have to make it known that you are wanting certain things. Making your intentions clear is what it feels like. So I do think, group 3, that these relationships are pulling you back to yourself in a way to reflect on how you may need to improve ways of moving, ways of behaving, ways of speaking, and ways of expressing yourself. It just feels like a big emphasis on learning how to really truly express yourself without holding back or without withholding information. It's very interesting. I want to say I did want to pull an extra card, but I really don't feel like it's necessary. But I did split the deck, and it is the Lovers card. So there is something about your group 3, that I do feel there's a multitude of different relationships you're going to be interacting with. I don't feel like all of them are long lasting. I don't think that's the purpose of some of these relationships, and I also think this is asking for you to maybe resist wanting to overly attach to certain situations, especially with this being the 8 of Wands. These are very quick. It's just very fast paced, and it feels like you're in a transition period, or you're just on the move. You're moving through a time of your life, and it's requiring immense growth. And I think your growth is tied in tied into these relationships. So I do feel there's going to be like meetings with new people that feel destined, but I just think it's right on time. Like, these conversations that you're going to be having are necessary. I want to get more, so let's look into it. Oh, I didn't even it feels a bit scattered, I want to say, so you may have to take time to ensure that you're not neglecting yourself and your own personal needs in the time of all this collaboration with other people. And I did want to say that it may include some type of romantic encounter. I'm not saying that it's going to last forever, group 3. I don't feel that energy right now. I'm going to be so honest. It doesn't feel like a long-term relationship. I may be wrong. We may have to get more cards about that, but based on this energy currently, it just feels very quick and like a good time, not a long time type of thing, where you are able to just freely be yourself and freely express yourself without limitation or without really grasping onto something. It just feels like this is a time of liberation overall for you, but also in the ways that you interact with your relationships. So let's see what cards came out. We have Adventures, Stand Still. The energy is gaining momentum, Waxing Moon. Card number 39, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That's the throat chakra. And focus. Yeah, group 3, there's a lot happening for you. I love this energy. I want to say it feels a little chaotic, I'm not going to lie to you, but it feels fun. And I do feel that this is going to keep you on your toes a bit, like you are in this flighty energy. And I do feel like these relationships are a bit flighty, or at least they'll make you think about what you truly value in the realm of relationships. I do feel with all this bird imagery, it just feels like you're flying. I don't know why that is. Maybe you're traveling, and you're meeting different types of people during your travels. Yeah, especially with this adventures card, I just feel you're kind of in the midst of all this chaos, I want to say, and it's good chaos. It's not like, oh my god, my life is falling apart. It feels like, oh my gosh, things are happening very quickly. I'm having to adjust my life in new ways to accommodate these things. It feels like you're coming into this new horizon of your life, and it's really asking for you to think on what you need to change in order to fully embrace these new opportunities, because there seems to be some level of blockage in the way that you engage with other people, or in the ways that you move in the world. Maybe you're not extremely sure of how you feel about a certain situation. I'm not sure. I don't want to guesstimate in this arena. I just feel that these relationships are really asking you to reflect on your side of the street. Like, you know, not really project, or not how can I put this? Yeah, I feel like projection may be something to release, and getting away from this feeling of people should know what you think or how you feel. Maybe moving away from some type of game playing. You don't have to be the one initiating these types of antics or dynamics. I just feel that you're interacting with so many different types of people in so many different ways, and I think it's really asking for you to get grounded and focused on what matters the most to you, and what ways of communicating are most important, and how you can have the confidence and the courage to say what's necessary and to do what's necessary. Group 3, it's very interesting, I want to say. It just feels like a lot of momentum. Like this card says, the energy is gaining momentum, and these relationships have a lot of energy to them. They feel very fun, like a spark of activity that continues. And I feel that after all of this occurs, it's definitely bringing you back to yourself. I keep saying the same thing, but I just feel like there's so many different interactions happening, and it's requiring you to get to a true understanding of what speaking your truth means. Are you doing it? Are you more so the type to play along and accommodate to the person that you're speaking to, or are you able to really stand tall and stand true to what you believe in, and not suppress your opinion or your ideas because you fear that other people may not understand, or they may not value what you have to say. As long as you value your opinion, as long as you value your ideas, and you are communicating them in a way that is diplomatic and clear, I do feel that you'll attract naturally the people who are going to be receptive to hearing your truth, even if they are not agreeing with it. I always want to say that it is a great thing to have people around you who don't agree with you. Okay, we don't want to be surrounded by people who are exactly the same. We stagnate, we don't grow. So it's important to get into new environments that get you out of your comfort zone and really call upon this courage to still stand true to yourself, even in arenas or even in relationships that challenge you in some way. These do feel a bit challenging, but not in the way that it's super hard or you're going to, I don't know, it doesn't feel like incredibly hard. It just feels challenging in the way that you have to emerge from this level of subduing yourself. It's like, come into your confidence, be vibrant, be confident, be bold, and really allow yourself to take flight, to not be stagnated by any past woundings or past challenges to your ability to communicate openly and truthfully. It's very interesting. It's really highlighting communication styles and being able to communicate in new ways that are beneficial rather than detrimental to the formation of relationships. This feels like a very key time for you in the realm of relating to other people. So although some of these relationships may not be long lasting, they feel very important to your evolution in some way as a human being. So I just want to say again, try not to attach to anything going on at this time. This definitely feels like a time of transition and growth, and you're being asked to continue to push ahead even in the times where it feels like it's maybe a bit scary because you're entering into new territory. But this is really, I feel like it's going to be fun if you open yourself up, if you allow yourself to be free and surrender to the process, because it just feels fun. It feels like these things are it's like life is trying to engage with you, and it's really up to you to engage with life. It's a dance, so that's what I feel. Group 3, let's get a bit more about these relationships, why don't you, because I am curious. So group 3, please define anything else about these relationships that they should know. Group 3, please. 7 of Swords. Yeah, I do want to say there's like this feeling of I think I said earlier, like game playing or antics, and you may fall, I don't want to say fall victim to, but you may be prone to play along or not really speak up about what you want to speak up about. I just feel like, let's not play coy. Okay, let's be real, because although you may not be trying to manipulate or play along, by not speaking your truth, by not being forthright about what you have to say or what you think, you kind of are playing this game of a facade, I want to say. And not to completely put this on you, group 3, I'm just reading the cards how I see it, but I do feel like you're getting reflections of yourself through other people, and if you notice that you are drawn to those people who are a bit playful, which is fun, but to a certain extent, I do feel there needs to be a time where truth needs to be expressed, and I just feel like this energy is all about speaking truth, being clear, being open. Yes, playing is fun, but at a certain point, people get hurt by playing too much. So it's very important that you make your intentions clear, be clear, be clear, be clear. Ask for intentions, and don't hold back what you need to say. Playing too much can lead to conflict. So be honest, be open, be truthful, and avoid unnecessary conflicts from not being as clear as you could be. Emperor, yeah. Interesting. I'm getting the notion of stand your ground. Stand your ground. Okay, the Emperor is very, very clear, very concise. Okay, boundaries on 10. And I think this is getting you to reflect on the boundaries that you do have and reevaluate if you want to keep those in place or if you would like to develop new ones. I want to also say move away from people who are very, I want to say deceptive, overly dominating. Maybe they try to control the situation too much. Avoid interacting with those types of people. I do feel like you may encounter some who are like that. The Seven of Swords is very interesting to me, especially how it's looking at the Emperor. Yeah, I do feel for some of you this is a slight warning of being aware of anyone who is trying to take advantage of your passivity. Yeah, if you are, this is not a time to be passive. Group 3, I just feel like these relationships are challenging your boundaries, and it's important that you keep them in place and not falter. Yeah, it's a time of healing and really trusting in yourself. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful card. Yeah, trusting in yourself, getting over this feeling of not being heard or not feeling like you deserve to speak up in some way. Now's the time of really honoring yourself. That's interesting, this energy. Okay, can we get more? High Priestess. Yeah, trust your intuition in these times. Trust your instincts. If you feel any type of way about someone or something, trust that. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. It's really making me think to trust your instincts. Move away from what does not feel good. Okay, Group 3. Move away from what does not feel good. Do not be held back by old ways of behaving. It's so interesting. I do feel like there's something about a family dynamic coming through, especially with the Emperor, the Chariot, and the Ten of Coins reverse. For some of you, this could be dealing with having to deal with some type of familial relationship included in all of these dynamics that you're engaging with. Maybe putting your foot down about something or really coming into your independence in this way. So interesting. This does feel challenging, I do want to say, but this energy is not clear, and that's why I do feel this is really asking for you to check in with yourself, take some time to yourself, and really see how you feel about every person that you are interacting with, and seeing how you may need to defend yourself perhaps, or just be more clear and open about what your boundaries are. For some of you, this could be dealing with a tendency that's rooted in some type of family dynamic of I want to say not, you could be more prone to just following directions that are given to you or just doing as you were told. And I want to say, like, I'm getting a bit rebellious energy, just a little. I don't know where that's coming from. There's no card that's like Uranus or anything, but I do feel like Uranian energy a bit of needing to break away from old ways of behaving or trying to overly show up or overly take control of a situation that you don't really need to be doing. I just feel like stand your ground. Okay. Especially with all these birds, it just feels very stationary and there's a lot going on around you. But really just go where your heart is leading you. Go where you are being led. Don't be sidetracked by someone else's plan. Don't be sidetracked by someone else's issues or whatever they have going on. I feel like things are trying to suck you in, and it's important that you align with your own truth so that you're not scattered in different directions. Group 3. It's very interesting. You may need to take some time out to yourself to really connect leave behind all the drama or the unnecessary debates going on. Okay, yeah, it's time to really take care of yourself, especially with the Queen of Cups here. She's covering her cup. I just feel like this is like protective of yourself, especially with the Emperor. Not to say that you should not engage with other people, but I do feel that you need to be aware of how some people may try to manipulate a situation in a way that is less favorable for you, and how you may be playing along, or how you may be prone to playing along with whatever is happening. Stand your ground. Okay, group 3. Stand your ground. Anything else? One more card, please, Divine. One more. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Group 3, I just want to say this is just a side message. Oh, we have the 8 of Wands again. The 8 of Wands, King of Cups. I can keep going. But I want to say, don't make it your responsibility to fix other people's problems. Okay. Group 3, it's not your job. Move away. Move away, okay? Focus on what you need to do. Let's see what this card is. The Magician. Now, I want to say I do not like that the Magician reversed and the 7 of Swords is here, because I'm definitely feeling like keep your eyes open, listen to your instincts about certain people, about certain things. If it doesn't feel right to you, do not go along with it, okay, group 3? But I also want to say, with the Magician reverse, don't give your power away to circumstances or situations that you can change or that you don't have to engage in. Especially if this is dealing with some type of authority figure or some type of person that is in a workplace or a family member or whoever. No matter who it is, strip them from their title, okay, and look at them as a human being and see if they are treating you with dignity and respect. If you don't feel that that's what's going on, know that it is in your power to change that dynamic and speak up for yourself, because you deserve to feel like you have boundaries that protect you and that keep you safe. You deserve to feel safe. So in any dynamic with anyone, don't give your power away. Don't allow other people to speak to you any kind of way. I just feel now the time of respectful, open, clear communication, and you can be the one who starts this dynamic. You can be the one that is clear with your intentions, is clear with what your needs are, and being truthful and open about what you need to do. Okay, if you need to move on, let that happen. If you need to leave, let that happen. Don't stay in anything that doesn't feel good, group 3. That's essentially the message, is what I'm feeling like. Being able to move away and not try to continually put your effort into trying to make something work that literally will not work, because it seems one-sided in a way. Very interesting. Please let me know how it's resonating in the comments below. I was not expecting this. I did say this energy feels very flighty, feels very playful, but if you play too much, you could get hurt. So just be mindful. Just be mindful. There's different situations going on. I do feel for some of you this is dealing with some type of authority figure, whether that be a boss, parent, or maybe just someone who has an authoritative demeanor. This is dealing with some type of relationship, romantic. I really feel that family as well. Maybe even some, I'm not getting completely 100% friendship, but it could be some type of platonic relationship. You know your life better than I do. So just be aware of your own communication styles, and you know where you need to improve, group 3. So do what must be done and avoid unnecessary conflict. So let's see what you're supposed to learn during this time. What is the primary lesson here? What are they to learn within this situation with these relationships. Interesting. Gratitude came out a bit reversed. Do not take what you don't want. That's interesting. Don't take what you don't want, group 3. But I want to say this is also teaching you to have gratitude for those people who are nurturing, who are caring, who do care about your boundaries, who respect your boundaries, who honor who you are, who make room for you, those who cherish what you have to say, those who honor you in every way. Okay. Yeah, and moving away from those relationships or situations that don't fulfill you, don't treat you with respect, and that continually keep you in this perpetual cycle of grief and hurt and wounding to your heart. This is a time of healing your heart and moving away, leaving behind, okay, transitioning to better, group 3. So yeah, acceptance is really poking out here. So I feel like it's time to accept yourself, to not continually feel like you don't have what it takes to speak up or do what needs to be done. Honor yourself, group 3. Anything else? Forgiveness. What's that? All this purple here. Okay. Crown chakra. Or is this third eye? Either way, it's like listen to your intuition at this time. I do feel now is a time of healing that inner child, some wounds that may have happened to you that kept you from being able to truly speak your truth, or that have kept you from feeling safe or secure. This is a time of healing your heart, group 3, and moving towards relationships that do provide healing for you and that don't continually take or try to use you in some way. Okay, very interesting. I would love to know, group 3, how is this resonating? Yeah, I want to also say, although you may need time to yourself to recover and truly reflect on all these dynamics that you have been engaged with, don't allow this to lead you to isolation and not wanting to engage with anyone. This is just a time to discover who you truly are, to open your heart to more, and move away from self-criticism, self-doubt, and be open to creating new relationships that are more fulfilling to you, group 3. Okay, so something's telling me if you're still here, I'm going to read these cards for you because they feel important. So yes, this is the 6th chakra, so it's the third eye chakra. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit all over the place. So for the card gratitude, we have, I am so glad you are in my life. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you are unhappy in any relationship, Lucy reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There is no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Okay, group 3, I feel like that's exactly what I was supposed to tell you. Move away from what doesn't feel good. The key ideas are friendship, deep love, pregnancy, nurturing, unconditional love towards self or others, appreciation, recognition, and esteem. And forgiveness, we have, we never forgive others, only ourselves for having judged them. Rhonda the Rhino. Should I read the legend? Why not? In the town of Amethyst, whoop whoop, lives Rhonda Rhino. She doesn't take her mother's drinking problem personally, but she dreams of becoming a beloved family pet. One day, gunfire rings out. Rhinos scatter and a small human child is caught up in the chaos. Rhonda picks him up and runs to safety. Humans discover the pair curled up asleep under a tree, and they shoot Rhonda with a sleeping dart. When she awakes, she's in a garden with a little boy and his family, Rhonda's new family. The key takeaway, group 3, is Rhonda's true essence lies not in harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Key ideas: wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding. Keywords: belonging, self-forgiveness, fulfillment. Ooh wee, that was a word. Okay, group 3, I feel it, especially with this 10 of coins. There's something about some family issues that have led to this position that we are in now, and it's time for you to move away. Stand tall, stand your ground, speak up, love yourself, honor yourself, and move towards new horizons that do that for you as well. You deserve it, group 3. That's what I have for you. I love you. May you be well. May you be peaceful. May you be joyful. I send you so many blessings. Let me know in the comments how it resonated, please. I'm so interested to hear. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe as always, group 3. I leave you with that. I love you so much. Until the next one, see you later. Bye, group 3.